Hey, folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly. We're back with another Ruch Report with the man himself, Brendan Ruch. Brendan, how are you?
Living the life here, Marvin. How are you doing?
I hear that enthusiasm in your voice. It sounds like you might have had a chilly day on the river.
Honestly, I was sweating today. I dressed a little too warm. It ended up being a pretty beautiful day. Chilly start to the morning, but yeah, beautiful crisp fall day, beautiful light fall foliage in full effect.
Yeah. But, it's interesting. We were talking before we started recording. I mean, you're like, in the wheelhouse of fall, and that really means the bite is starting to shut down, right?
It's not so much shutting down as it is your spots are shrinking, or your spots are becoming more important, and those feeding flats where you find, fish moving around, they're becoming less important.
Got it. So, what are you how are you shifting on kind of the, the tactics front?
Basically low and slow. We had not done a ton of like fast moving baits or retrieves or anything like that. We were fishing flies with weight. Any sort of bottom contact has been beneficial. You can get the fly to tick, especially like it's so low right now. You can do some sight fishing in these spots that have plenty of fish in them. You can contact the bottom near a fish, your likelihood of getting bit is much greater.
Got it. So does that mean you're fishing crayfish and things like that?
Yeah, crayfish or even weighted bait fish.
Got it. And what are your favorite patterns for those?
For the crayfish stuff, it's more, I would say like Schultz low water cray, like very simple, like cone headed stuff that's easy to tie. I'm not a huge fan of dumbbell eyes just because I feel like they get snagged pretty easily. But yeah, simple stuff, even with just like a cone headed bugger in olive or brown. Like we're just trying to get down and contact the bottom. Nothing too crazy or fun to tie. Just kind of meat and potatoes. And as far as like weighted bait fish go, I don't know. Like I have some home invaders in my box from years and years ago. They do have dumbbell eyes, but there's fox guarding them. That's a type of night pattern, and getting them down to the fish and fishing them not like super bright colors, more natural, like tan over white kind of thing, or olive over white. And that's like a veiled pattern, not top and bottom. But yeah, I mean, just getting down to the fish, even in shallower water, getting that thing to tick off the bottom seems to be a huge trigger right now. Like they're not dying to chase.
Yeah. And so as we continue to get shorter days and it keeps cooling off, obviously they're going to pot up more. How's their behavior going to change?
I mean, I think they're pretty potted up right now. But yeah, I mean, bottom contact throughout the winter is going to be key to success. I mean, even like you can drag bait fish and they'll eat it. It's as long as you're not getting hung up. So in the gear side of things, like there are jigs and things that I'll use in the wintertime that basically never get hung up. So that becomes very, very important because you just want to stay on the bottom, maybe a little hop here and there. But yeah, on the fly side of things, I mean, just getting down to a lethargic fish where they can just kind of like, tilt their head down, suck in, like that's going to be a big factor of success.
Got it. And, folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly. No one sent even any silly questions in this time. So Brendan was kind of bummed out. You were fingers crossed he's going to be able to stay on the wagon. But folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly, and you can email me or DM me on social media. And if we use your question, I will send you some Articulate Fly swag. And then remember, there's an awesome collection of swag from Brendan, Ruch angling, log jam stuff, and housefly stuff. And sounds like I really got your funny bone there, Brendan.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. That was good.
Well, I'm here to entertain. And so, you were telling me that, you're probably, I don't know what, 2 weeks away left on your smallmouth season, and then you're going to take a little bit of a break. to kind of do non-fishing things, but you'll be back on the water for muskie season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be very, very eager to take muskie trips as long as we have some green water, and I'll be very honest when the time is right. But yeah, side work's coming up, and yeah, I mean, the guiding never stops for gear fishing unless it's like way too cold. But yeah, the fly bite is dwindling, unfortunately.
Yeah. And you were telling me too that kind of given the impact of Hurricane Helene kind of on Southwest Virginia, you're probably going to stay up in PA on the muskie side this winter, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be up in PA pulling wires.
Well, that sounds good. And there might be a prison tattoo or two in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of crowd I get with this year.
Yeah. And so, if folks don't know, Brendan's going to be at Bob and the Hood in February tying up there. Do you have anything else in terms of going to shows and tying, or you doing anything kind of crazy with your Logjam buddies on Instagram Live?
So Logjam Live will be starting up again as things get colder and the days get shorter. I still need to talk to Dave as far as what day and time we're going to do, but yeah, so that will be starting up again. Looking forward to that. And I will be at the Housefly booth at the Edison show tying all 3 days, and that's a ways away, but it's always a good time hanging out with those guys, and I'm sure I'll be tying something that takes way too long to tie.
Yeah, it's an excuse to go to Harold's for dinner too and get like a $50 corned beef sandwich.
Yeah, as long as it comes out 12 inches high, I'm okay with it.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, folks, smallmouth season's winding down, but you owe it to yourself to reach out to Brendan and go chase some muskie in PA.
Yeah, or you can hit me up to get on the books for pre-spawn next year.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, listen, tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Brendan.
Take care, guys.